All right, let's dive into one of life's biggest puzzles, you. We're going to peel back all these different layers of human behavior to get at the hidden forces that are secretly guiding pretty much everything you do.
I mean, just think about your day so far. Why'd you pick that for breakfast? Why is it so easy to jump on one task, but you put another one off forever? It really feels like we're in the driver's seat, right? But what's really going on under the hood?
Okay, so first things first, let's start with the basics. What do we even mean when we say behavior? Because as you're about to see, the stuff we can actually observe, well, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
So, turns out behavior is kind of two-sided. You've got the overt stuff, the visible actions like talking or eating, but then there's the covert side, and that's your inner world, your thoughts, your feelings, all those motivations. And honestly, it's that hidden internal world that's the real engine driving everything that people actually see on the outside.
So, what's the first and maybe the most powerful force shaping what we do? It's actually our environment. I mean, the situation you're in has this incredible power to dictate your actions, and a lot of the time, you don't even realize it's happening. Okay, here's a super simple example of this in action. Let's say you're picking a snack. When you're by yourself, hey, maybe you grab an apple. But what if you're with friends and they're all digging into a pizza? Suddenly, that slice looks way more appealing, doesn't it? That powerful little urge to fit in, that's a situational force, and it can totally override what you originally planned to do. And that really gets to the core idea here. Our actions aren't just some reflection of who we are, like a fixed personality. No, they're a dynamic response to all the social cues and the physical space around us at any given moment. All right, let's peel back the next layer and go inside our own minds. Because believe it or not, inside your head, there's this constant battle going on. Two very, very different systems are competing to call the shots. And this idea, this split, it's honestly one of the most important concepts in modern psychology. So you've got system one. Think of it as your gut instinct. It is fast, it's emotional, totally automatic. It's that part of you that makes you jump back from a snake before you even know what you're doing. And then you've got system two. This is your conscious, analytical brain. It's slow, it's deliberate, it's logical. It's the system you fire up to solve a tricky math problem. And so much of our daily life is just a constant tug of war between these two. And of course, our minds aren't just static. They're constantly being shaped by our experiences, right? We're always learning. For instance, you've got classical conditioning. This is all about learning by association. You know when a certain song from your past comes on and boom, you're instantly hit with a wave of nostalgia. Then there's operant conditioning. This is where rewards and punishments shape what we do. Just think about your phone. That little ding from a notification, that's a tiny reward that trains you over and over to keep checking it. And finally, there's observational learning. This is huge. It's how we learn to do, well, almost everything, from tying our shoes as kids to picking up new skills by watching an expert. Okay, now we're going to go even deeper. We're talking about the hardware level. Let's look at the actual machinery of the brain, the neural circuits, the chelicals, the stuff that physically makes our decisions happen. I love this analogy. Think of your brain as a committee meeting. First, you've got the prefrontal cortex. That's your cautious, long-term planner. Then there's the amygdala, your hypervigilant alarm system, always scanning for threats. You've also got the nucleus accumbens, which is the ultimate reward seeker, always chasing that immediate pleasure. And finally, the insula, the part that generates those deep gut feelings. And get this, every single choice you make is the result of these players negotiating, and yeah, sometimes even shouting at each other. And you know what? This committee has some serious built-in biases. Just take a look at this chart on something called loss aversion. It's wild. The pain your brain feels from losing something is roughly twice as powerful as the joy it gets from gaining the exact same thing. And this explains so much. It's why you'll work way harder to avoid a $10 fee than you will to earn a $10 discount. It's the same 10 bucks, but our brain, it just doesn't see it that way at all. And that brings us to the final layer. We're going all the way back now to the deepest, oldest influence of all, our evolutionary history. See, the brains we have right now, they were forged in a completely different world. And that ancient programming, it's still running the show today. This creates what scientists call a mismatch problem, and it's a huge deal. Think about it. For our ancestors, craving high-calorie stuff like sugar and fat was a brilliant survival strategy, right? Because food was super scarce. But today,
In a world with fast food on every corner, that exact same ancient craving can cause all sorts of health problems. It's like our evolutionary software is running on a modern operating system it was never designed for. Okay, wow. So we've looked at the situation, the mind, the brain, and our deep evolutionary past. Let's put all the pieces together now and see the whole picture of why we do the things we do. So here it is. This is the big takeaway. Our behavior is never caused by just one thing. It bubbles up from the constant interaction of all these layers. Your evolutionary blueprint kind of sets the stage. Your brain's specific wiring interprets the world. Your mind's history of learning shapes all your possible responses. And then the immediate situation you're in is what finally pulls the trigger on what you actually do. It is just so complex, so interconnected, and always changing. Trying to explain why we do something by looking at just one of these layers, it's like trying to understand a massive thunderstorm by only looking at a single raindrop. It's impossible. You have to see how it all fits together. So, I want to leave you with this final thought. Now that you know that your actions are shaped by literally everything, from ancient survival drives to whoever happens to be in the room with you right now, if you wanted to understand yourself a little better, which of these layers do you think holds the biggest clue for you? Which one are you going to explore first?